Hello everyone. I came across a really awesome uh, workplace safety video on YouTube. It's called "Will You Be Here Tomorrow?" and it's apparently by ERI Productions, or at least that's the copyright in the video. I did first of all, before I watched the video, I did some digging into ERI Productions, and as it turns out, the company actually still exists. Here's their webpage, or still from their webpage, and let's see, on their About Us page here, ERI Safety Videos, formerly known as Educational Resources, has been creating employee training products for more than 25 years. Wow, nice. At ERI, we don't just make great videos, we also offer great customer service and support. With corporate discount plans, rental programs, and an unbeatable yearly lease program, we make sure you have access to great safety training programs that work within your budget. About that, work within your budget. Let's find the ERI video for Will You Be Here Tomorrow. They actually offer it on their site as a DVD. You can either rent or purchase it, and that's how much it actually costs. DVD purchase is $149, or you can rent it for a month for $169. Interesting. The ERI Safety also has a YouTube page. This is it right here. I'm going to include a link to that in the description. I'm also going to include a link to their website in the description, so you can go and check into them a little bit more. And their videos, the videos that I've seen on the YouTube page, are hilarious. So I am expecting no less from Will You Be Here Tomorrow. So let's begin. Oh, okay. So already, well, that's a really nice cheesy graphic. Already I have to say I'm very annoyed because whatever the source of this video is, I'm suspecting it's a VHS source that was either uploaded to a computer or well, obviously it was uploaded to a computer, but transferred to a DVD, probably from a VHS tape, because whoever transferred it only has one channel of audio. Oh. Wait, what the hell? Alright. I should just make it. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it right there for just a moment. Okay, so as I was saying, whatever the sources for this video in the transfer, again, like I'm saying, I think that it was a VHS to DVD or VHS directly to a computer transfer. The audio is isolated to my left, to the left channel here. So this is almost 5 minutes long, so it's going to be a bit of a chore to watch this because nothing I hate more than listening to like an isolated channel in one ear while I'm watching headphones. It just feels really weird. I don't know. It makes me feel unbalanced for some reason. But in any case, that's beside the point. I'm just gonna make a little comment here on the opening of this video. Okay, already there's some serious cognitive dissonance going on. There's this really eerie music in the background, and the image is of what looks like. Let me just go back. What looks like, yeah, it's like a classroom or something of smiling, and I guess the guy in the middle there with the gray hair is the teacher. That's what I'm assuming, maybe. And they're reading a book. Okay, I'm kind of baffled actually because there's this very sort of pleasant image, and it's scored to extremely eerie music. Anyway, here we go. Will You Be Here Tomorrow? Alright. I love that graphic.
You never can tell what's going to happen, so you've always got to be thinking about what could happen.
You always have to be thinking about what could happen. And I guess this could happen. The machine could just spontaneously come to life and crush you. Oh, this is not gonna end. This is not gonna end well. Okay. Well. Oh God, no, that's not. What's gonna happen to this guy? Okay, I just like to. Oh, Jesus Christ! I just like to point out something. Listen to those screams. That was a woman's scream. Okay, anyway, listen to those screams. Okay, no, I gotta pause it for a minute. I gotta pause it there for just a moment. I gotta make this point. Listen to those screams. It sounds like they've taken maybe two, at the very least, two different screens, and they've slowed one of them down and then laid them both over each other. It sounds like there are two screens in on the same track that are playing at the same time. It's really weird. It's like an Evil Dead kind of scream, you know. Why you disturb our sleep? Awaken us already. You know, whatever. Oh God. Oh God. You know, I can totally believe that he lost his arm. That's the most believable special effect I've ever seen. Oh no. Oh! Oh God. See, okay, so far, I have to say so far, there's been one bit of safety advice. Watch what you're doing. That's pretty much... What? Okay, I've got it. Okay, hold on. I've got to see that again. Hold on a second. Okay. One more time. Okay, that looks like someone took a punching bag and rammed it into the guy's face. You know, like a punching bag that you see at the gym or whatever, right? Okay, that's some safety advice. Yep, that's two things. Not really safety advice. Yeah, I guess that's kind of safety advice, but I'm not seeing any of this in practice, though. What I'm seeing is a montage of unbelievably horrible workplace accidents.
More overtime, Patty. We're shutting down second shift starting tonight.
Okay. Oh no. Oh! Well.
If I wouldn't have lost my temper, I wouldn't have lost these.
Oh, yeah, right. If I wouldn't have lost my temper, I wouldn't have lost these. Get the fuck out of here. In that last part, with the supervisor telling the employee that he couldn't get any more overtime, that's probably the worst supervisor ever. The guy is visibly upset after what you've just told him. And you can see that because he's throwing his tools at the machine. You're still there, and you just walk away. He's completely apathetic. Oh my God. The music, man. Listen to that. Okay. Well, that was, will you be here tomorrow? The answer to that question, of course, is no, because this is the factory of death. What can I really say about that? Well, okay, first of all, it's the video has like the pretense of being a safety video. That's not a safety video. That's like Final Destination 6, the industrial sector or something. I don't know. That's not a safety video. That is a montage of gore. That's what that is, and it makes sense because a lot of these so-called safety videos kind of use that sort of educational address as almost an excuse to just parade a bunch of atrocities in front of the camera. That's and I shouldn't make that seem to be that's always the case, but it really does feel like it because I've seen a lot of these PSAs or these workplace safety videos. Well, either those or public service announcements. I think you can kind of put them together in the same kind of broad category because I watch things like British road safety videos. I watch actually things like those Canadian PSAs that aired about maybe a decade ago during prime time. And those were the commercials where you'd say, someone would be walking around, oh yes, my life is going so well. I'm gonna get married next week, but oh no, this part of the floor is wet. Jimmy mopped there and didn't tell anybody, and I'm carrying this gigantic pot of boiling hot water. Slip! Ah! Oh God! My face, my beautiful face, all the humanity. Ah! But yeah, so these all are all these videos tend to be really scary and excessively violent, and if they're not those, they're still very disturbing. I don't know for those who've seen Boys Beware, you know what I'm talking about. This very broad video that talks about, oh yeah, you have to be safe in the workplace, you have to observe safety, you have to make sure nothing happens to you. Safety and procedures must go hand in hand. And if they were so important, you'd think that the video would actually show you that in practice. As in, they wouldn't just have people saying, yeah, you gotta be safe. They would actually show you in the video how to be safe. There's the nail that just flies up into the guy's face. As if it's possessed. I mean, what this video tells me is that maybe not life, but at least in that factory, it's like, in the factory setting, you will die. I also find it incredible. Let's go back to the purchase page here. So for one, there's this weird thing about renting it actually costs more than purchasing it outright. But also, I know that may seem the price did seem kind of ridiculous to me at first. Although, of course, I have to remember that these videos, they're not being produced for mass consumption the way that, say, a movie would, like just a movie produced in Hollywood would be. This is actually for specific companies. So I can't imagine that turnaround on these videos is particularly high, or rather not turnaround, but rather sales. I can't imagine that sales on these videos are particularly high. So that does actually make sense. All these PSAs, workplace safety videos, any educational film like it that you see, they all have the same strange quality to them, whether they're overtly graphic or not. Wherever this factory is, don't work there, because you will not be here tomorrow.